Hello everyone, you are welcome to Anchor Network where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. Why we ignored Abdulsalam Abubakar's insecurity confab, says Ohaneze. Apex Igbo Socio-cultural Organization Ohaneze Ndị Igbo has said itself, Pandef, Afenifere and Middle Belt Forum stayed away from the security roundtable organized by former military head of state Abdulsalam Abubakar because they were lumped together with Miyetti Allah and Killer Esme. Spokesman of the group, Chus Ibegbu, in a release said, "We are not against General Abubakar's move, but proper things should be done properly. Apex socio-cultural groups in the country should not be expected to be in the same pedestal with an association of cattle breeders. Miyetti Allah should have a roundtable with fishermen, farmers, goat breeders, poultry farmers and artisans who are in same category with them." He also lamented religious conflicts and extremism in Nigeria, warning the countries trying to destabilize Nigeria through religion to desist from such acts in their own interest, noting whether Arabic, European, Asian, or even traditional religionists, we cannot compromise the secularity of Nigeria. Where one man's rights end, another man's own begins, and anybody knows it all in matters of religion. I have always said it that one of our greatest problems in pastors and imams with their own subjective views of religion. Meanwhile, First Republic Aviation Minister and the surviving member of Ziki's movement, Chief Mbazwilike Amechi, has expressed support for the action taken by the Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, Afenifere, Pandef and Middle Belt Group for boycotting the Mina Summit hosted by Abubakar, saying it was an insult to invite these groups to sit in a meeting with Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Macban, a private business group. Amechi, who spoke with Vanguard in his Ukpo, Nnewi South local government area, Anambra state country home, said it would have been a shameful thing to see this group, made up eminent Nigerians, sit to discuss with Miyetti Allah, whose members are fingered in the many atrocities going across the country. His words: "Why should anyone call a meeting asking Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, Afenifere and Pandef to sit together in a meeting with such group that has regards only for cows, why human beings mean nothing to them? Macban will be invited to a meeting with the leaders of the Nigerian ethnic groups, while the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, that is non-violent, will be branded a terrorist organization whose members must be arrested, jailed and killed." Of course, Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, Afenifere and Pandef are the only nationalist organization that speak for the people and should not be belittled in attending a meeting with a killer group like Macban. Wow, this is really deep. And guys, I know when this issue came up that these groups, these socio-cultural groups, when they boycott the meeting with Abu Salam, because it's the one handling this peace call in whatever that is happening in the country. I don't know whether it is official, but at least it's really recognized. But people are like, okay, let them put it, or let them make it should be a constitutional thing, or at least it has to be well registered or put in proper place so that it will be part of our constitution or part of the way we do things. But that aside, in as much as it encourages peace, people are still giving it a kind of a respect and regard to that. So when people heard that, okay, this meeting is going to occur, people people started preempting that it's a good thing that this socio-cultural group did not attend in the first place, because it's like belittling them. But thank God they have come out to say even what people were thinking in their mind, that how would they have come up with this kind of a meeting with this kind of people. Just like they said, they really respect the man handling that a program, Absalam, but they are feeling that it's kind of belittling them, to sit on the same sit or to to be on the same pedestal with this group of people. And if, of course, if you, in my opinion, they've really acted well, because they need to, like, they are the people that they are having problems with. They are the farmers mostly, so they need to have a conversation or a meeting scheduled for their categories of people. These people are the people talking on behalf of their people. When you talk of Pandef, you talk of Afenifere, you talk of Ohaneze, they've been outspoken these days, despite some people that I don't know whether they are related to the government or they are just being sympathetic with the government or their political party. They have been condemning the action of these people. But I think majority of Nigerians are behind these socio-cultural groups of Afenifere, Ohaneze, and the Pandef, because they've come out, to make their stand known, because they are not paying any homage to any government or whatever, because whatever that happens to people, because they are among the people too. But when you talk of these political officials, governors or whatever, they are in the government payroll, so they will want to say anything that the government will want to hear, most especially the president will want to hear. That's why you see that they don't really they don't really take a kind of category, a kind of stand, or they don't make a categorical statement. This is what we want. We know some governors that they have really made their stand known, that no matter what, we don't want to be part of it. And I'm sure those governors are afraid because of their people, because their people are on top of the issue, that if you guys do what we don't like, you see what is going to come out of it. And even at that, as they are taking their own stand, and it looks as if they are, at the side of the masses or at the side of the people. People are not still trusting them. They are still like torchlighting into what they are doing, trying to look through whether what they are talking or what they are professing is what they really mean. That is that. Not to talk of some regions too, some governors too. You can see, we know all of those people. You can see the stand they are taking. They are neither here nor there. They are just in between. They are on the fence. They cannot just take a bold statement, a bold stand. But when it comes to this socio-cultural whatever, irrespective of whatever notion or whatever thing they are doing behind, but for what we are seeing, they are taking a strong stand on this issue. And that is to tell you that they really mean business. For them not to even come together to, like, okay, we want to have a meeting with you. And somebody like, some of them, okay, it's a fair that the way this Macban, the way they are being treated as a special people, as people that are above the law. And that is the way it is. That is the way it is. Now, we've heard that their governors, the northern governors, they are saying that they are banning the S-men not to be carrying gun in the public places. And the question I ask is that, so that these guys carry guns, they carry ammunition. You said they should not carry it in the public places and like churches, religious center and market. So where do you want them to carry the gun? Automatically, you've already agreed that they carry these weapons. But your president is saying these people are known for carrying sticks. Now, governors from this northern state now, they've agreed and they've accepted that these S-men, they carry gun. But the only thing is that they shouldn't carry gun, or they shouldn't be seen carrying gun in public places like a market and religious center. So that means you've already agreed to that. So who is fooling who? Who is deceiving who? And you ask other people to go and submit their this thing. You are not even telling them to even submit all these their weapons. And you are even making a categorical statement they should not even carry guns in the public places. That means you already know you, and you are aware of their activities. And you will still come and tell us that they should not name them, they should not tag them as a whatever. So what are you trying to say? So when all these socio-cultural groups are coming out to say, we don't want to sit down with them, they should go and meet all these their set of people, because they are in business together. If it is a farmers, the whatever, all these artisans, they should be in round table. If they want to make peace, it should be among those people, not this socio-cultural this. And they have really made their points, and they are making a valid statement, which is very, very, very good. I think the person coordinating this peace committee should look into it and know how to go about it. Like one of the things that we are talking about, when the government is saying they are going to create Ruga to be able to end the clashes between the S-men and farmers, that is not the way to go, because you are trying to pamper them. If anybody commits offense arrest the person, bring the people to book. That is the way it ought to go. Not that you want to prepare something specially for them. Does it mean if armed robbers, if they are being caught after their operation, you now say, okay, what you need to do to them to pamper them so that they will stop their activities, they will stop the problems they are causing in the society. So for you to stop it, you not tell the police not to arrest them, that you need to give them a special amnesty or what? Is that what you are saying? Now their people have come out, their governors have come out that they should stop carrying weapons in the public places. So where do you want them to carry the guns? Everybody will use their tongue to count their teeth. That means they can do that in the secret, but they shouldn't do it in the open. So it's a welcome development, and it's a good thing that these groups, they are coming out to say this is the reason why we boycott the meeting in the first place. Not that we don't have regard for the person organizing the meeting. So guys, that's just my own opinion. I would like you guys to put down your comments in the comment section. Let's hear your own take on this matter. Thank you very much. Bye.